has been such a life-changing experience to be able to see without glasses. Before I did this surgery, my prescription was negative 4.75 and negative 5. Based on my knowledge, there are three big types of procedures right now. One is called LASIK, one is called PRK, and the third one, which is the one I got, is called SmartSurfACE. With LASIK and PRK, there will be an incision. With LASIK, they just cut it off at the little flap. Your cornea bloop, opens, and the LASIK comes in, shapes your eyeball. The little flap comes back on, and your eyes are fixed. With PRK, your cornea is entirely removed. The laser comes in, does its magic, and then they put your cornea back on. Both of these methods have been the pre-existing method for the past 10, 20, 30 years. Those were the two methods that I thought I would be getting, and it was probably going to cost me around $1,800 to $2,000 for both of my eyes. I was referred to Pacific Laser Eye Center, and then I was introduced to this new way called SmartSurfACE laser procedure. And how this one is different from the other two is that no flap, no incision is created. They basically just straight on come in with this machine and it shapes my cornea. Healing time is faster with this methodology. There is supposedly less pain. I wouldn't know because I didn't get the other two. The surgeon never touches my eyeballs with a knife. So it's less scary, faster, and less painful. In my personal opinion, I was like, of course I'm going to go with this one. It is a little bit pricier. The idea of people cutting a piece of my eye out scares me. So, of course, I went with a SmartSurfACE laser procedure. This procedure is also apparently not as common because it's newer, and the machine requires some special program that only exists in certain parts of the world. In North America, there's actually only a few places that offer this procedure, and Vancouver just happened to be one of those places. Before you would consider getting laser eye procedure, I was told that I would need my vision to stabilize, which means it hasn't been changing for at least 2 to 3 years. And I also have to be past a certain age range. And I also need to wait for like a window where I don't have school, I don't have to use my eyes as often. So in the beginning of 2021, I did my first set of eye tests at my optometrist's office, where they sent that result to the Pacific Laser Eye Center. 10 days before my official surgery date, I went to Pacific Laser Eye Center to do the final set of eye exams, got pictures taken of my eyes. Each time I was in the facility at Pacific Laser Eye Center, I would say it only takes like 30 minutes to an hour. For my surgery itself, I spent a total of 10 minutes in the surgery room. Each eye only took about 40 seconds. It's a very, very fast procedure, and immediately after I was able to have 20/20 vision. They do numb my eyeballs with some numbing drops before the procedure. It is not painful at all during the procedure, and then when the laser starts doing things to my eyeballs, there will be a sense of burning smell. Right before my first consultation day, I guess, they emailed me a bunch of things, and then on the day of, they gave all these documents to me in pieces of paper. And they also gave me like a goodie bag to keep all of this stuff in there. They gave me a Ziploc bag with a bunch of like eye drops. There's also a list of things that I had to buy and some prescription that I had to go buy. FAQ page, that's pretty helpful. Some of the questions, for example, are, when do I have to wear the sunglasses? They did give me a pair of snazzy sunglasses for post-operative care. This is a morning of checklist. When I show up to the procedure, what do I need to bring? It includes eating a small meal, take Advil, take Tylenol, and bring a bunch of meds that they asked me to bring. And then they also gave me some immediate post-op instructions and these checklists of things that I need to do, I need to eat, I need to put in my eyes the week of and the month after. There's like a lot of information overload What kept me going was just reading one piece of paper at a time, because I realized that some of these papers don't make sense until I get to that date. I also had to buy a lot of omega-3, some vitamin D, which I would be finishing today actually, vitamin B, which I finished a while ago, and then I bought a lot of eye drops, and you just rip them off like that. Oh. And it looks like this, and you can open it and reseal it back up and put these bad boys in your eyes to keep them lubricated. En route to surgery, and I'm wearing like a button-down shirt. Basically, because of COVID, only a certain number of people are allowed to go up. So I arrived 15 minutes too early. So I'm just hanging out in the lobby as I wait for them to call me. A lady will come down through the elevator and measure my temperature, give me like a piece of tape to tape down my mask, and give me some instructions on what to expect. And she'll also sanitize my hands. How are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
Oh, I'm so excited.
I know, I was like, girl, you are in such good spirits. You don't even seem nervous at all.
10 minutes later.
Just completed the surgery.
Yeah, so just let me know at any time if your eyes are a little dry or there's any discomfort at all. Just because right about now the numbing drops will start to wear off. So definitely if you feel any stinging here and there, that's just the drops that we were using previously, okay?
Okay. I'm out. I feel super normal, which I wasn't expecting. And my eyes are constantly going back and forth, focusing, unfocusing. I've just got home, had my lunch. I followed the instructions and put on some lubricating eye drops. I'm gonna be taking my Tylenol and Advil a little bit later. I am allowed to use screens, but it's like recommended to keep it at 30-minute intervals. What I'm planning to do is meditate to classical music and or other types of music with my trusty old Google Home. Do you hear for Ellis? For Ellis? Huh? Anyways, tomorrow I'll go back. In a week's time, I'll have to take out my bandage lenses. I slept with this the entire night. I wasn't really able to sleep last night, but it wasn't really because like my eyes are uncomfortable or anything. It's just sleeping with this on, not being able to turn, was a bit of a annoyance. I had my daily supplements, ate my Advil, Tylenol, cleaned my eyes with some saline, and put more of the lubricating drops in my eyes. And today I can take these sunglasses off, but if I do go outside, I still have to wear my own sunglasses. Today has got to be one of the most uncomfortable days so far. Whenever I put in my eye drops, my eyes were extra stinging. The eye drops have some effect on my nasal system. So I've been having a constant runny nose, and that's just super annoying. Another thing is, there's not a lot of things that I can do without my eyes, which means that I'm also kind of bored out of my mind. You can only sleep so much during one day. I try to also shower with wearing swimming goggles, and that's been fine. However, today my vision has worsened, like they have said. Today has been very uncomfortable. Let's just put it at that. I am feeling much better than yesterday. Feel like I might be allergic to some of the eye drops. Or maybe I'm just allergic to this season. Or maybe I caught a cold. I took some heavy painkillers last night. T3 was codeine. And also took some muscle relaxant to help me fall asleep. I can also watch TV, but taking breaks while doing the lubricant in eyes. And oh, so bright. Oh, so bright. Let's now put it back on. Today is the 4th day, and I can finally start to read things on my phone without like a lot of difficulty. I mean, it's still blurry and my eyes get dry really quickly. I made this analogy. I kind of feel like Bella Swan when she woke up and became a vampire right now. Like, I can slowly feel my senses getting stronger, more tinglier. Today is day 5 and they were correct about my vision being better day 5 and onwards. Finally washed my hair for the first time since the surgery. It was really annoying to wash my hair with my swimming goggles on because I still can't get water in my eye as the bandage contact lenses are still in. I don't think my hair is completely clean, to be quite honest, and I'll probably re-clean it when I am allowed to not use the goggles, because the goggles were so annoying to get around and I feel still pretty gross with my hair situation. I'm getting my bandage contact lenses out tomorrow. Today my vision feels perfect, pretty much normal. It gets dry sometimes, but I can use screens regularly, somewhat, yeah, I'd say so. I'm currently at the Pacific Laser Eye Center. I just got my mask taped down and I'm gonna wait for my appointment. Contact lenses are out. I don't know if you can even see. Ooh. They numbed my eye and put some lubricating drops and used tweezers to get them out. There really wasn't much to film with that because I feel like I personally get very grossed out seeing people touch eyes, so I didn't really film that part. Also, I just did eye exam after, which is a typical read the letters and have one eye covered, that type of thing. I feel so great with my vision. Oh my god. Absolutely insane.
Several months later.
I was required to do post-op checkups at my own optometrist's office at 1 month mark, 2 month mark, 3 month mark, 6 month mark, and a year mark to make sure that my eye healing was going at an appropriate speed, and if there's any problems, my optometrist's office will have to report back to Laser Eye Center and maybe there's follow-up needed. So at my first month checkup, one eye was back to 20/20. My other eye was close but not quite there yet. At the 2 month mark, both of my eyes were pretty much normal. My prescription was very low, did not need glasses. Those are relatively straightforward. Each checkup takes like 30 minutes. And the eye test that they do is just typical eye tests. Can you read this letter for me? Is 1 better or 2 better? 1, 2, 1, 2. Stuff like that. Some ending notes about the procedure. What I recommended, 10 out of 10. I would recommend it. I could see the world better, the world is clearer. When I wake up, I can see the clock now and I know what time it is. When I go to sleep and I can see where my lamp on off button is at. It's been very nice when I reach for the razor and I don't cut my hand, as I can finally see where it is located when I am in the shower. Little things in life that I truly appreciate with an improved vision. So it's just been a very, very nice couple of months without having the need of my glasses. I think the price is also definitely worth it. I would not cheap out on something like this just because they are my eyes. I have them for life. So I highly recommend the SmartSurfACE procedure over any other procedure, unless there's a newer and better one that comes out by the time that you're considering to do laser eye procedure. The doctor that did my laser eye procedure, his name is David Lin. He actually, I think, is a professor or researcher also at UBC, so he is still improving on the programming software that is used in this laser machine, and I think that is super cool that there are people out there in the world trying to figure out newer, better solutions. People who are potentially blind might one day have a way of getting their problems fixed through something like this. I'm not very particularly knowledgeable about curing blindness, but it just makes me very excited to see the possibility of something like that happen, where you can bring color into someone's world with the simple touch of technology. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions. Are there anything else that I missed? Feel free to leave those in the comments. I hope you are all staying safe and healthy, and hopefully this video will help you out in making a decision on whether or not to do laser eye surgery. See you next time.